We'll give everybody a minute to get in here. We'll give everybody a minute to get in here. I ain't been live in a minute, so is like, man, where the fuck he been at? Shit. I'm back. I'm definitely back. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely back. We're gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get in here before we get active. About old Ep. About Mr. Ep. I'm gonna break something down to y'all. So all the rumors and everything can just be killed. I'm about to break something down to y'all. Real simple. Real simple. Ain't even gonna take that long. For real. Alright, check game. When you're doing time in a federal prison, okay? I think I touched on this before. But just in case y'all ain't get up to speed. Alright. When you're doing time in a federal prison, you're currently incarcerated in what you call the BOP, Department of Prisons, okay, which is controlled by the DOJ, the Department of Justice. All right. Now you got those two, so you have the DOJ and BOP. You have the Department of Justice and Department of Prisons. Okay. And then you got the Commander in Chief, who's over the DOJ and the BOP. If you walk in any federal prison, on the wall, any federal penitentiary, on the wall, just like in any of y'all states that y'all in or whatever. Y'all, you know, if you ever been in prison, you going when they let you out, they let you out through the front gate, so you can actually see the frames and the pictures on the wall. When they bring you in, they bring you in through the front door. So going and coming, you see these pictures on the wall, big photos. They're all in wooden frames. You have the first one is the president, the second one is the vice president, third one is Secretary of State. Then you have all the way down Treasury, the Department of Justice, whatever, all the way down. Whole administration, the whole cabinet is on the wall, and all BOPs. Okay, now when Epstein was in jail, who was the president? So when you enter, like I said, when you enter, you come, you going. Okay, so the person that controls both of them makes the laws, changes the laws, sits over top of the judges who sentence you, which is the federal judges, who, by the way, never have to leave their seat once they're elected. They hold their seat forever. Bailiffs too. Is the president. Okay. In the prison he was held in. Okay. He was held with no cellie. That's a lie. He didn't have a cellie. He was in maximum security. Now, it is a way he could have hung himself, tied the bed sheets around the top part of the bunk. Usually all the bunks got steps on them. You can you can easily just tie yourself around, kick, pull, jump down, hold, kick your knees up, hang yourself, whatever. Okay, cool. But he had no reason to hang himself. But his enemy he had made from blackmailing him for so many times had became the president of the United States. So what am I getting at? The only person that could have cleared that to happen, had that done, had him out of there, had the screens wiped, and didn't get no resistance, no kickback, and had to sign no papers. All they had to do was make a phone call. Is the commander in chief. And who was that? Who's in office right now? It's a fact. I said this years ago when it happened. Only person could have cleared up was the president. Only person could have got them in, let them do what they did, and got out is the president. Same way Obama hit Bin Laden as the president. They got the clearance. That's why when he was impeached, when Trump was impeached, he used the DOJ as his defense, as his lawyers. He didn't go get outside lawyers. He used the Department of Justice as his lawyers because he was in charge of them. But the Department of Justice is in charge of the BOP. You get it? He knew that. Epstein knew that. So what did he do? He did what any smart man would do. Any man that knew his enemy was the president. After blackmailing him, making him do things he didn't want to do, having him in compromised positions, he made a safety valve. And you know what that safety valve was? Bitcoin. XRP. See, he was the only one that could have the power. See, what y'all gotta understand is Bitcoin is a digital currency. In order to be able to start your own digital currency, you have to have some sort of power, leverage, friends in high places, because it has to equal up to the dollar, which is almost impossible. Okay. Right. So boom. So he made insurance policy, which was crypto. I don't remember what crypto came. It was like fucking $10. He got all the rich to invest in them. In less than 1 year, that motherfucker shot from $10 to then 100,000. The man was so powerful, he was able to sit with princes, dukes, queens, kings, presidents, prime ministers, senators. He had everybody because he had the money. All this is nothing but about the money. Okay, he had so much money, so much influence. And that girl, Ghislaine Maxwell, had a lot of money too. Her father was a billionaire. He was worth 100 billion. And mysteriously, he falls off his yacht and drowns, and they never find him. But she knows too. So what he did was he hid. The motherfucker smart. He hid the files in Bitcoin. Is ingenious. That was his way to protect himself and leverage himself. If you hide the evidence in the digital currency, then at any time they find the files, everybody got a piece of them. So that's why you see J.P. Morgan and all these big corporations dumping them, trying to get rid of them because it's the files. The files are in Bitcoin. He helped start it. And they knew if that ever got out, it'd crash the coin. But it worked in the United States' favor because they came up with the Golden Dome, which they're pushing out over XRP, over Bitcoin. Why are they doing that? And he's gone. Everybody was involved. There's not a person that wasn't around, dude. Now you tell me that. You know everybody in high places, bro. You're already a triple spy. You know everybody, bro. They got any type of power. You know them. You were around them. You hung with them. Hung out with them. They were all at your yacht, yeah. And everybody's talking about that damn island. He got so many. He got a property in New Mexico that's registered to a trust that's over top of a military base. That some of the bitches hit the lotto. How the fuck can a trust hit a lotto? Like, he was beyond. He had got to the point where he was almost untouchable. So the red man did what he did. In his eyes, he was saving the United States. And that's why he said, if I go down, everybody go down. And we out. Like, follow, subscribe.